Hey guys, and welcome to a brand new video here on FPL Now. Today I'm going to be going over my wildcard draft for Game Week 9, my first thoughts and feelings about some of the players that I'm bringing in. Of course, if you're excited for the video, drop a like down below, leave a comment, are you wildcarding this week? Let me know, subscribe if you're brand new, and let's get into the video. So, starting things off, in goal we currently have Ward and Pope. Ward is just simply in there because he's a playing keeper. They actually have a really good run of fixtures as well over the next like 5 or 6, hence why a lot of people are bringing in Madison. A few people are jumping on James Justin as well. But yeah, Ward is just simply there because he is a playing keeper. He's only 4 mil. I could go down to Iverson. I don't really need the 0.1 though. But if, you know, I do for whatever reason, then I can always just jump on down to him as well to get an extra 0.1. My main keeper though is Pope at the moment, who's obviously got some okay fixtures over the next 5. He's got Fulham away, then Brentford at home, United away, Everton at home, and then Tottenham away. To be fair, out of those 5 fixtures, I feel like he might only keep like 1 clean sheet, and that might be like the Everton game. I feel like they concede against Brentford. I think they concede against Fulham. United and Tottenham, I think they concede against. So yeah, I don't know. Like, this is the one player on my draft that I'm very much like undecided on, and I think will get changed quite a bit. There's a few more reasons as well that I'll get onto when I show the rest of my team. But yeah, for 5.2, I feel like it'd just be a lot better going for someone like Gaeta or someone like that who's only like 4.5. And after the Chelsea game, Crystal Palace have a run of really good fixtures. And as well as that, if I'm on 5.2, I don't think there's really any harm in upgrading to like Alisson or something for 5.5 because it's only a 0.3 difference. I'd love to keep Edison because after like the blank, City's fixtures are really good. But I mean, they blank in game week 12, and I don't want to play Ward that week. I don't ever want to play Ward. So that's the only problem there. I could always upgrade to Edison after, but I don't know. With the City players now, I think it's probably just better to have like outfield players instead now. I mean, Edison is really nice just to have because he's always going to tick you over with like 6 points and stuff. But yeah, I think it'd just be more exciting having some outfield players for City. But anyway, those are my 2 goalkeeper options at the moment. Very undecided though. Probably will be changing Pope by the time the international break is over. Next up, the back 5 is James, Patterson, Cancelo, Trippier, and I don't know how to say his name, and this could easily be Dallo as well. I've just gone for him because he's 0.1 cheaper. Is it Malaysia? I'm not actually 100% sure, so I do apologize if I got his name wrong. But yeah, no Trent in this draft. I just don't think I need him really until after like the Arsenal and the City game. I just think there's better options. The only problem with that is I don't really have the funds to go back to him, so I'd have to kind of tinker around and stuff. Maybe upgrade to James from Cancelo, but I don't think I could do that like during the blank. But either way, James is in the team just because I think Chelsea have a really nice run of fixtures until game week 16, which is of course when everybody gets unlimited transfers for the World Cup. Brought in Patterson as well over Nico Williams. Again, it could be either of them. I just think that Everton are a little bit better at keeping a clean sheet at the moment. Nico Williams is he does look dangerous down that right flank. He just, I don't know, Forest just look terrible at the moment, and it hurts to say that as a Forest fan, but I don't know, I feel like they need to sort themselves out quite a bit before I start thinking of bringing in any Forest players. Forest still have some better fixtures though, because Everton do play United, Tottenham and Newcastle in the next 5. But again, Patterson is just going to be my bench most of the time anyway. I could play him this week at Southampton away because I think that they could get something from that game, but it probably is a little bit risky. And then I've got Cancelo in as well. Again, you have to be careful with the City and Arsenal players you bring in because they obviously blank game week 12. And I know a lot of people are going to have like Cancelo, Haaland, Martinelli, which is 3 players already. And then if anyone else has other players like from last week's wildcard, like De Bruyne, etc., they're going to have to get rid of one of them because of obviously the blank and stuff, which isn't that bad because obviously they've got a few game weeks until game week 12. But again, it is something you have to think about. If you're using transfers elsewhere in your team, remember, you will have to sort that out when you get to it. Gone Trippier as well, so still double Newcastle defense, which again, another reason why I think I don't really want Pope. I don't think I want double Newcastle defense for the next 5 because, as I said, I can't see them actually keeping like a ton of clean sheets. But yeah, I just want Trippier in there because he's on set pieces. He just loves a bonus point, and yeah, I think that he could easily bag another free kick in the near future. And then also, I don't know how to say his name, Malaysia. I'm just going to call him that. If I got it wrong, I apologize. He's just there because I think that you know, I think I was obviously just going to be bench fodder for the time being. I mean, I'll play him in the Everton game, but after like the Chelsea game, I mean, I could have someone else there, to be fair, because, you know, they do have a good run of fixtures, but not for a while, so I could easily have someone else there. But at the same time, I'm not really sure who else I kind of want to bring in. There was obviously like Anderson as well for like Crystal Palace, I think, who's like 4.5. So he could be an option. But obviously, if I go for Gaeta in goal, then I'm not going to have double Crystal Palace defense. So I've just kind of got him in there for the moment. You know, I'm going to play him in the Everton game, and then again, I'll just bench him for the remainder of it and stuff. He's mainly just there because, you know, I'm probably not going to have like the greatest fixtures in game week 10. So that's why I want him there just to have someone there just in case, because obviously you got like Martinelli go against like Liverpool, which, you know, isn't the greatest fixture. But anyway, those are the back line. In midfield, and I really like this midfield. I've got Martinelli, I've got Zaha, Maddison, Salah, and Andreas Pereira. I feel like everybody on wildcard this week is definitely going to be bringing in Zaha and Maddison. I just think their fixtures are so good, barring the Chelsea game. These are just like holds now, because like they're holds until the game week 16 free transfer kind of wildcard whatever, because they've just got such good fixtures. So yeah, Zaha and Maddison both in the team, probably going to get a price rise, both of them soon as well, so that's why I kind of needed to bring them in early. I activated my wildcard straight after the game week 8 deadline because I didn't want to like lose on any price increases or anything like that. So yeah, Zaha and Maddison are in my midfield. Again, just Maddison on penalties, Zaha on penalties, Maddison on set pieces, and yeah, both probably like the best players in those teams individually. I've got Martinelli as well. Again, just one of the best players for that price rise, in the game right now, 6.5. But yeah, I know that they blank. I know they've got Tottenham and Liverpool, but you know, after the blank, Arsenal have got really good fixtures again. So that's when you're going to want to target like Arsenal defenders again and stuff like that. You see, I'd love to bring in Ramsdale, but again, just blank. So yeah, I might have to bring in Ramsdale after the blank. So we'll have to see what happens there. I've gone Salah as well. Brought him back in. I think a lot of people on wildcard this week will be bringing Salah back in. Again, the only thing that I don't like about this draft is I don't have Trent, but I don't necessarily think I need him. Like, yeah, Brighton, he's probably going to get a clean sheet. Don't know if they'll keep a clean sheet against Arsenal. Don't think they will against City. And then obviously West Ham is when I start like kind of thinking about bringing him in, which I could obviously just get rid of Cancelo for him in that week. But then they've got Forest as well, so I definitely want to keep Trent. So we'll have to kind of tinker a little bit there. But yeah, Salah's back in the draft. I know it could be Son, it could be De Bruyne. De Bruyne kind of causes me a headache later on though, and I mean, City don't have the greatest fixtures. They've got United this in the next game week, and then they've got Southampton at home, which is a really nice game week, but then they've got Liverpool and then they blank. So I don't think it necessarily need 3 City players at the moment. But yeah, I mean, it could be Son as well. But I mean, to be fair, Tottenham don't have the best fixtures either. But either way, I've just gone Salah. I don't know. I feel like because a lot of people got rid of him, if he does haul against Brighton, he could really, really help out. And then, yeah, Andreas Pereira as well. Again, just as some more bench fodder there, 4.5 mil. The only bad thing about Pereira, though, is that Willian seemed to take corners off him. So I'm not really happy about that. So, yeah, might have to tinker with whether I keep him or not. But either way, that is the midfield. And then up front, we do have Tony, we have Mitrovic, and we have Haaland. So this is why I don't really want to have double Newcastle defence, and I don't want Pope in goal. So obviously this week they play Fulham, so I've got Mitrovic playing him. And then in game week 10, they play Brentford, and then I've got Tony playing them. So for 2 like game weeks in a row, I've got both my strikers playing against my double Newcastle defence. So that I'm not really like feeling that at all. So it's another reason that I kind of want to get rid of Pope and Gaeta. I don't mind playing one defender against both of these, especially because Trippier's potential is a lot higher than just a clean sheet. Like, he can get attacking returns. But with Pope, I mean, I don't really know if they're gonna. It's a tough one because it's away at Fulham, so you'd like to think that Fulham would be able to create more chances at home. Brentford away is Brentford at home for Newcastle is going to be a little bit more difficult for Tony, but I just want Tony in my team anyway because he can easily score against Bournemouth. I can see him scoring against Newcastle, can score against Brighton, can score against Chelsea. Then he has Villa as well. So he's got nice like fixtures up until the game week 16 wild card kind of free transfer thing. So yeah, I think my strikers now are just kind of like to just set and forget him now. I mean, Haaland's pretty much going to be my captain every week, barring like game week, 9, 10, 11 when they play Liverpool. Not really sure who I would captain that week. I mean, you do have Mitrovic at home to Bournemouth, which is obviously a really nice fixture. You've got Zaha away at Leicester and stuff. So there are options elsewhere. That'll be an interesting week for captaincy. I think he can still score against Liverpool. I think Tottenham actually have a really good game that week. I think they have. They have Everton at home, so I think if you've got Kane there or if you've got Son, I think that's just a really good captaincy option there. So there is always the idea that I could technically, and I know a lot of people aren't going to like it, I could get rid of Haaland for game week 11 and then bring in Kane, captain Kane, and then obviously Haaland blanks and then bring Haaland back in when they play Brighton. But obviously there will be a couple of price changes there as well. Like Kane will probably go up and Haaland will go down. but I will lose a little bit of money doing that, and I don't think it's necessarily worth it. I could just captain Mitrovic in that week at home to Bournemouth, who could easily score. So yeah, we'll have to see what happens there. But this is my first like initial draft, but again, definitely think it's going to change quite a bit. I do not like having Pope against Mitrovic and Tony. The thing is, if I bring in Gaeta for my main keeper option, who again has really good fixtures, because after the Chelsea game, Crystal Palace have Leeds, Leicester, Wolves, Everton, Southampton, West Ham, and then Forest. So that's like such a good run of fixtures. And they've got Fulham and Bournemouth as well. So I honestly don't mind just having Gaeta for all of those fixtures. The only problem is I'm not going to play him at home to Chelsea, so I'd have to play Ward at home to Forest that week, and I don't want to play Ward at all. I don't know, because I think Forest will score against Leicester. Like, we're terrible at the back, but we're still scoring goals. So I don't think it's not like the case where Leicester are going to like keep us out. I think we will score again. It's a bit of a derby as well, isn't it? Like East Midlands derby and stuff, but either way, that is going to be everything for my first initial wildcard draft. Let me know what your thoughts are about it, any changes you think I should make. But yeah, make sure to let me know if you're on your wildcard draft, and of course what your team's going to be if you are. Subscribe if you're brand new, ring the notification bell. Let's try and hit 50 likes. That's everything from me though. Have a fantastic rest of your day, and until next time, peace.